Hello and welcome to Adventist News. It's good to come your way again from the studios of Hope Channel 23, Julius Hinyere Street, Osu. Text us your comments and views to 0559 680066. Follow us on social media at Hope TV GH. In this edition, pastors' wives determined to stand firm with their husbands after a day's retreat in Accra. Adventist Education Unit build capacity of educators to lift up image of Adventist education in Western region. ADRA Ghana launches new Bono Asante Atia project to empower cashew farmers in Winchi. Adventist musicians urged to be spiritually inclined as they seek to pursue craft as career. And on the foreign front, Adventist Church President Ted Wilson appeals to 52,000 to have beautiful feet in Peru as he rounded up 2 weeks of pastoral tour in South American Division. And in San Francisco, a typical case of beautiful ashes as choir performs at Philadelphian Adventist Church hours after fatal accident. No deaths or injuries recorded. My name is Nana Ajimai Prempe. The details shortly. Stay with us. Welcome back. Comments and views are welcome on WhatsApp 0559 680066 and on social media at Hope TV GH. To the details now. Pastors' wives, known popularly as shepherdess within the Accra City Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, have renewed their commitment to their roles as physical and spiritual mates for their husbands in the pastoral ministry. The shepherdess, during a day's retreat held on the 27th of April 2019 at the premises of the Accra City Conference, were motivated to serve as role models to the congregation their husbands lead as shepherds.
The term shepherdess is a feminine derivative from the biblical reference for priests, prophets, and pastors as the shepherds of God's people. Shepherdess, in the jargon of Adventism, refers to the wife of a pastor. Every 2 years, wives of pastors within the Accra City Conference of the church gather to learn new ideas, share experiences, and admit new members into their mentorship. The theme for this year was Believe His Prophet, the Shepherdess, and Ministry. Some of the topics led by experienced pastors and other resource persons for the event included spiritual growth of the shepherdess helping the shepherd, and the financial independence of the shepherdess. Speaking to the Adventist News, the coordinator for the Accra City Conference Shepherdess Association, Alice Hammond, shared some of the practical aspects of the work of the shepherdess.
So in our workshop today, we studied that there are two main aspects of our work, the physical aspect and the spiritual aspect. The physical aspect, we have to make sure that we take good care of the pastor by taking care of his physical appearance, making sure that whenever he's going out, whatever comment somebody can make about him, we will assess him very well and will make such comments. And if possible, the right corrections will be made before he goes out. We take care of their feeding, their dressing, as well as providing them with the emotional support they need, both at home and in bed. We are also supposed to make sure that they have the right atmosphere around them so that whenever they go out, they will turn out to be good pastors who will not be quarrelsome and who will always be welcoming to everybody who comes to him or her.
She had a word of advice for her compatriots.
Every shepherdess must make sure that they identify their role in the ministry. We cannot be the same. We all have our individual talents that we can use. And so you don't try to be like somebody. Be like yourself, but know what you are expected to do as a shepherdess and play your role effectively as such.
Pastor Dr. Emmanuel Geiser, Family Ministries Director and Ministerial Secretary at the Accra City Conference, shared a perspective about what the shepherdess should do to support her husband's ministry.
Their role is that we expect them to play is a team ministry. You see, when you, the shepherd, you have your wife, who is a shepherdess, and is not in tune with the church members, you conjecture, you think of which kind of church you will actually have. If the shepherdess is not in talking things with the church, and then the pastor is preaching that they should be united, and the wife is doing the opposite, then what the pastor is saying is not the truth that he is speaking. So the shepherdess is expected to play or to be a team member of the shepherd, so that the congregation can also emulate from the shepherd and his family.
One of the participants, Mrs. Rita Florence Ajekum Abbey, shared her experience with the Adventist News.
As a shepherdess, we are the pastor's wives, and we live apart from each other. But we know that there's a need once a while to come together as the pastor's wife to fellowship, to know each other, like socialization, because sometimes you will be at a place, you meet another shepherdess, and you don't even know her. So we realize that there's a need once a while to meet. We sometimes meet for 3 days, and sometimes to just one day retreat that we meet each other to socialize, to share our ideas together, and also our problems and the things that we are going through, so that we share together for each person to know that this is the work of the shepherdess, supporting your husband, being by his side, so that the ministry will go on.
Now, the West Central Ghana Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church has held a 2-day communication workshop for church communicators across the district and local churches within the conference. The training, which was the first of its kind, was organized by the conference communication director, Pastor Emmanuel Jemfi, and was facilitated by Communications Director for the Southern Ghana Union Conference, Mrs. Solis Asafo. Upon Teria and Emmanuel Tako have filed this report. The workshop, which began on Saturday, the 27th of April, and ended on Sunday, 28th April 2019, at the new Atuabo Church, was aimed at training and equipping the communicators in the conference with important skills and tools to ensure that they delivered timely and accurately. The facilitator, Communication Director at the Southern Ghana Union Conference, Solis Asafo, took participants through a series of practical exercises, including report writing, the duties of the communicator, the church and media relations. She also gave a brief overview in regard of the work of Hope Channel as the official media outlet of the Adventist Church in Ghana. Conference Communication Director Pastor Emmanuel Jemfi said the event had been successful. He expressed hope that the beneficiaries would apply the lessons accordingly. To underscore the critical role of Adventist education in fostering the development of moral character in the child, a one-day forum was organized by educators within the Southwest Ghana Conference of the Adventist Church by the Adventist Education Unit on the 3rd of May 2019 in 2nd D. New Leaf Eshen reports that the program, which was purposely meant for Adventist teachers within Western region, sought to lift the image of Adventist education to the next level. Some participants included Adventist and non-Adventist teachers in the Adventist private schools, as well as Adventists in public schools. One of the facilitators, rector of the Valley View University Techiman campus, Professor Peter Ajekum, who gave a lecture on the topic, Moving Hearts and Minds Upward, said the divine role of the teacher is to train the people to love God and to think about God. The Adventist Development and Relief Agency, ADRA Ghana, has in conjunction with its partners launched a new project dubbed the Bono Asante Atia Bat Cashew Project at Wenchi in the Bono region of Ghana. The 3-year project to boost cashew production in its growing areas is funded by the European Commission and ADRA UK. Here is a report by Yvette Apia. ADRA Ghana, in collaboration with 5 municipal and district assemblies, namely Jama North, Tain, Wenchi, Nkranza North and Ejura Sechedumasi, are implementing the project from 2019 to 2021. The key aim of the project is to increase employment, ensure sustainability of development of local authorities. Cashew, which has emerged as the new cocoa in the transition and savanna zones of Ghana, is estimated to have generated $244 million for government from a total export of 163,000 metric tons in 2016. The 800,000 euro BAT project, which has already taken off, is expected to result in 30% increase in beneficiaries' income in cashew industry, 60% increase in knowledge among the target groups in climate change adaptation, and increase municipal and district assembly cashew revenue by 10%. Launching the project, the MCE of Wunchi, Honorable Dr. Prince Kwachie Friye, was very happy with the project and noted that it will sustain livelihoods and prevent the youth from wasting their lives by migrating to Libya through the Sahara Desert.
I believe we are all witnesses of the many atrocities that our brothers and sisters are going through in Libya. This is one of the clear aim of the government to stop that. Today, we take delight to also see that through one of your specific targets, you aim to employ 41,000 or 14,000 within the next 4 years. Distinguished guests, we have come to the moment. Now, on behalf of the regional minister, I declare the Asante Bono Atia project duly launched. Thank you.
Giving an overview of the project, the ADRA Director for Agriculture, Food Security and Livelihoods, Mr. Samuel Asante Mensah, noted that the world demand for cashew has increased and it was time for Ghana to increase her acreage to take advantage of its benefits. He outlined that ADRA Ghana's role is in implementing the project, from training farmers in producing, linking them to market, and to supporting many others in the value chain, such as honey producers.
Number one, we are bringing in training. 3,000 farmers with existing cashew farms will be trained in improved cashew production methods. This will enable farmers to increase their productivity from the current average of 5 bags per acre, that is about 400 kilos per acre average, to beyond 10 bags. The project is going to support the establishment of 22 service gangs. People who want to make a business providing services to cashew farmers. The project will support them with a match so that they can acquire basic tools and equipment. Carpenters are also involved. There will be a demand for beehive boxes. Carpenters, at least 10 carpenters will be trained in beehive box construction. And they will be linked also to honey producers and the general public.
In an address, Mr. Christian Spodarik of the European Union delegation to Ghana said the EU considered community empowerment a top priority and enjoined traditional leaders who are custodians of the land to fully participate. He commended the chief executives of the 5 municipal and district assemblies for their engagement and hoped that a community relations partnership will project and unleash the full potential of the cashew region.
The project was selected following the launch of a competitive call of proposals, and the major consideration for the selection was precisely the potential to create jobs and reduce poverty among youth and women. The European Union considers their empowerment a top priority, especially when taking into account their enormous potential to contribute to national development and social stability.
An exhibition to showcase the different breeds of cashew nuts, seeds, products, and some tools used on the farm was conducted by Dr. Anthony Menu, ADRA Project Manager of BAT Project.
In a related development, the Municipal Chief Executive of Wunchi, Honorable Dr. Prince Kwachie Friye, has called on investors to establish a cashew factory at Wunchi in the Bono region, which he described as the cashew city of Ghana. He made the call at the launch of the ADRA Ghana European Commission Bono Asante Atia Cashew Flagship Project, dubbed the BAT Project in Wunchi.
Dr. Efriye noted that the project between the European Union and the government of Ghana was the first of its kind, where state and non-state actors come together to achieve government's flagship export drive, dubbed Planting for Exports and Rural Development PERD.
We share the honor and pride of hosting the first ever European Union and ADRA co-funded Asante Atia cashew project with the chief and people of all the partner districts. I welcome you all, especially our distinguished personalities to Wenchi, the cashew city of Ghana. Let me use this occasion to make a passionate appeal to potential investors to consider constructing a cashew processing factory as long-term supply of raw material is assured.
In a statement on behalf of the 5 municipal and district assemblies, namely Jama North, 10, Wenchi, Nkranza North, and Nigeria Sechidumasi as beneficiary assemblies, the DCE of Jama North, Honorable Andani Ankoma, lauded the project very much as one that will bring development to their municipalities and districts. He assured the EU and ADRA of their preparedness to ensure that challenges are addressed for the success of the project.
We have the presence of our traditional authorities to reassure ADRA and EU that we are prepared to work with ADRA on the grounds to address any challenges that may emerge in the course of implementation of this project.
The country director of ADRA Ghana, Dr. William Yakpapo Brown, in a brief statement noted that ADRA, a humanitarian arm of the Adventist Church, has implemented many developmental projects since it came onto the Ghanaian scene as a Seventh-day Adventist Welfare Services SOS in 1983. He noted that this was during the severe famine where it provided relief to many Ghanaians. Dr. Brown said the launch of BAT was unique as it takes Ghana back 25 years ago when ADRA first trained and supported farmers in cashew production. He called for full support for the program.
Before we ended one of our projects in 2007 in the Eastern region, where we supported 2,000 and over farmers to cultivate citrus, Pinora, a factory that processes oranges, was established. And so we have a factory that processes this produce from our farmers. ADRA is here to support the cultivation, the promotion of cashew, and we believe that by the end of this project, a lot of people would have benefited and they will be happy. Let us all catch the cashew vision. It's a big vision. Let us catch it. So if we catch cashew, we will catch the future. If we catch cashew, we will catch cash. So let us all pull together and support this project. And eventually, it will help our nation. God bless you.
A short drama by the Wenchi Presby Basic Drama Group was acted to elaborate the benefits of cashew production to the youth of the cashew growing regions.
Still to come in this bulletin, Adventist musicians urged to be spiritually inclined as they seek to pursue craft as career. And on the foreign front, Adventist Church President Ted Wilson appeals to 52,000 to have beautiful feet in Peru as he rounded up 2 weeks of pastoral tour in South American Division. And in San Francisco, a typical case of beauty for ashes as choir performs at Philadelphian Adventist Church hours after fatal accident. No deaths or injuries were recorded. Share your views on our stories via 0559 680068. Our social media handle is at Hope TV DH. We take a short break. We'll be right back with the rest of the stories on Guari. Thanks for staying with us. Now, the Youth and Music Director at the Northern Ghana Union Mission of the Adventist Church, Pastor Dr. Dan Kweku Owusu-Ansah, has admonished Adventist musicians to be inclined spiritually as they seek to commercialize their craft. He urged the musicians to compose spirit-filled songs and lead more spiritual lives to lead others into God's kingdom.
Pastor Dr. Kweku Owusu-Ansah made this known when the Federation 1 of the Mid-North Ghana Conference had their second biannual singing band rally at Brekum from 30th April to 5th May 2019. The rally was attended by over 900 members from 41 churches within the 14 districts making up the Federation. Speaking on the state of music within the union, Pastor Dr. Owusu-Ansah said Adventist music is a key aspect of evangelism and that calls for total sanctification of the musician.
The music department has been involving itself in the various aspects of the ministry and even evangelism. Wherever there is evangelism, you see the musicians performing to entertain, to teach, and then to inspire people who have gathered to listen to the word of God. So they are playing a very nice role as far as evangelism and total membership involvement is concerned. To be frank, there are two challenges I'm facing. One is the spirituality. How my people will become so spiritual minded so that they won't just don't sing like glass and but they will sing to the glorification of God, and they themselves will be spiritually filled so that they can work for the Lord and then the partakers of the heavenly kingdom.
The Youth and Music Director of the Mid-North Ghana Conference, Pastor Maswa Obuabuatin Iwa, said such singing band rallies help to foster unity among singers.
We have so many benefits for singing band conventions. One, it brings unity among the various groups from different churches or local churches. It helps them to know how other singing bands are performing and encourage others, those who are weak, to strengthen them. Two, it engages the singers to know their real duty. They are in the church and their duty is to sing, to make the commission of the church reality. That is to sing and evangelize the society, the community, or wherever we organize the convention.
Funds were raised to support the music work within the Federation. Executives to steer the affairs of music within the Federation for the next 2 years were elected.
Still staying a bit longer with music, under the theme Adventist Music and the Prophetic Message, the Western North Ghana Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, headquartered at Sefi, has successfully ended 2 singing band rallies within the month of April at 2 venues in Sefi.
The first rally was held on April 16, 2019 at Sefi, Akotombra. The second and last for the year also came off on the 28th of the same month at Sefi, Debiso. The program brought all singing band groups in their respective zones together. The first zone had 13 singing bands coming together out of 26, and the second had 24 singing bands coming together. The program was graced by the chief of Debiso and some of his elders, as well as the member of parliament for Sefi Akotombra, who is also the deputy minister of Western North Region, Honorable Alex Tete. Mr. Tete advised Adventist singers to ensure that their music impacted society positively. In an interview, President of the conference, Pastor Francis Tenekwine Beidou, said Adventist musicians must re-echo the prophetic message of the end time in their songs. The music director for the conference, Pastor Akamesa Joseph, reiterated the mission-oriented objective of the Adventist music.
Unique mission here in Media Maya, Yantonio entertain your home. Then we are Tonio, the implication is set and power G and Raffle.
And away from music, to create awareness for the Adventist Men's Ministries Week of Spiritual Emphasis, which came off in all churches within the Southern Ghana Union Conference of the Adventist Church, the Esiakwa zone of the Kibi district in the Eastern View Ghana Conference undertook a clean-up exercise at the market and principal street of Esiakwa. The exercise included painting of the market urinal, removing debris from choked drains and weeding around the market. The assemblyman for the area, Honorable Ba Amwako, thanked the church for the gesture and recommended the action to other organizations and institutions to emulate. Now, the home municipality of the Volta Ghana Mission has held a vacation Bible school for children in the municipality. The sessions took place at the Seventh-day Adventist School in Ho on the 1st of May 2019. In attendance was a total of 52 pupils. 34 of them were Adventists, with the non-Adventists numbering 18. The children were engaged in various activities such as craft work, creative arts, and Bible study lessons. They were also treated to hot sumptuous meals after the program. The school's chaplain, Pastor Musabiyi Mana Pierre, and some elders encouraged the teachers and students to carry through the program. Their continuous presence at the classes was a great source of motivation for the children. We take another break. We will be right back. Welcome back. Now, on the foreign front, Seventh-day Adventist Church President Pastor Ted N.C. Wilson has urged 52,000 people packed in a sports stadium to always have beautiful feet after many of them spent an afternoon distributing 2 million copies of the 2019 missionary book Hope for Today's Families in Lima, Peru. Thousands of Adventists passed out copies of the book by Willie and Elaine Oliver, directors of the Adventist World Church Family Ministries Department across Peru's capital, after Sabbath worship service on May 4. The initiative, called Impact Hope, was part of weekend celebrations marking the 100th anniversary of Peruvian Union University, an Adventist institution of about 12,000 students located outside Lima. Wilson, wrapping up a 2-week pastoral trip to South America, also dedicated the opening of the university's first church building and attended an anniversary parade with 20,000 people over the weekend. Speaking to the stadium crowd representing half of the church's membership in Lima, Wilson said church members did not need to be preachers to preach. He said God uses preachers and evangelists, but we all need to work together, adding that God is calling you to preach the message in Peru. Meanwhile, Pastor Ted Wilson has encouraged millions of Seventh-day Adventists around the world to continue eagerly in total member involvement to reach out to their communities with the hope of salvation in Christ. In a Facebook video on his official page, after wrapping up the 2-week pastoral trip to South America, Pastor Wilson, who was making a departure from the Lima, Peru International Airport, called for Christ's righteousness to be revealed to the world.
We're here in the area of the Lima, Peru International Airport. Thank you for having been with us on these last 2 weeks of an itinerary through the South American division. What an exceptional time we've had in so many places, seeing God work and touch lives, seeing what people are doing in total member involvement. And until the next time we are able to interact and take another trip together, may God bless you as you participate in doing something for Jesus in a powerful way, helping everyone around you to know that Christ's righteousness reigns in your heart and that soon Jesus will return to take us home. May God bless you as you engage in total member involvement. Until the next time, Maranatha.
Away from Peru, the Oakwood University Aeolians Touring Choir was involved in a ferry accident just hours before a scheduled performance in San Francisco, California. According to a press release from Oakwood University's Office of Integrated Marketing and Public Relations, the accident occurred around 12:25 a.m. on May 4, 2019, as students traveled from the San Francisco airport to their hotel accommodations. Additional news sources reveal that a broken-down SUV in the road triggered the accident as drivers swerved to avoid colliding with the vehicle. One car slammed into the back of the bus, killing the driver, and burst into flames. The fire then spread to the touring bus. Fortunately, students and staff were able to get out before the entire frame was engulfed, destroying all personal items and belongings. However, no life-threatening injuries were reported. Choir director Jason Ferdinand shares that they were shaken up very much so, but thankfully we lost things and not lives. The choir did not allow this tragedy to keep them from sharing their talents. Later that day, they performed at the Philadelphian Adventist Church in San Francisco.
We are determined to sing anyhow.
On this note, we end this edition of Adventist News. But before we go, a recap of our top stories. Pastors' wives of Accra City Conference determined to stand firm with their husbands after a day's retreat. Adventist Education Unit build capacity of educators in Western Region to uplift image of Adventist education. ADRA Ghana launches new Bono Asante Atiam Bags project in Wenchi to empower cashew farmers. Adventist musicians urged to be spiritually inclined as second biannual singing band rally ends in Mid-North Ghana Conference of Adventist Church. And on the foreign front, Adventist Church President Ted Wilson appeals to 52,000 to have beautiful feet in Peru as he rounded up 2 weeks of pastoral tour. And in San Francisco, a case of beauty for ashes as choir performs at Philadelphian Adventist Church hours after fatal accident. However, no personal injuries were recorded. My name is Nana Ajman Prempe. On behalf of the crew and the rest of the team, we say thank you very much. Keep watching Hope Channel and stay blessed.